There we go, my family. We're live. It is your favorite, most watched thing I do, the Zodiac readings. It's time for a little arm and hammer. No, cards. And don't encourage him. He's in one of those Denise moods. It's not a Denise mood. I just read Denise's name. Denise is here. Look, everybody's waiting. Like good like button caressers. Johnny, Carol, Stacy, Marta, Yo Bro, David Blaine, up the rap game. Who is this? Who's this? Who's trying to throw out rhymes? Dr. Jenna. We got V, first one in here. Shocker. I'm just kidding. Love you. Love you all. Get him in here. See, you want to get your name said on the channel. You're going to be in here early before he starts going a little crazy. He's a little ripe today. Nikki's here. Hope's here. My brother Shiv. Joanne. Ah! Did you see me and Joanne on Joanne's channel? No big deal, but it was a big deal. All right, Windfall. We're popping them up there. Hope. Did I miss anybody? They're going a little quick. I want to be on the screen. Yeah, we all want to be on the screen. All right. Some of us we're on the screen. All right. I freaking love you guys. Yay, he's in a good mood today. We like when he's in a good mood. Sometimes he yells at us and tells us to do a detox so we don't have bugs in our butts. Yeah, sometimes I want you to not have bugs in your butts, okay? It's not a big deal. Just go do the damn cleanse. Do the thing. Do the thing so we can all be high vibratory together. Nima's like, put me on the screen. Put me on the screen. Canada. Katie. I mean, Kate. You don't get to call her Katie. Just remember that. Only I do. Everybody else gets corrected. We're just going to leave up Joanne's Hots. That's East Coast for Hearts. And how are we doing? All right. Kiara. Okay. That's it. We're going to, and then Julie. See, every time I say I'm done, someone else comments. Welcome all in, everybody. Thank you for being here. This is live, as you can see. We are going to do a Galactic Update. The Galactic Update is going to be pretty quick today. It's going to be the fact that I'm seeing more and more miracles. The people that we were waiting for them to wake up, they're waking up. They're waking up more and more and more. I have like 3-4 miracles a day. I remember when I used to write my miracles into my book, and I'd be like, that was so cool when that happened 2 weeks ago. Now it's literally just like everybody is reading everybody else's mind. We all know, we're all there. So the biggest thing I would like to say is paying attention to your belief structure. I'm hearing a lot of people put fear into Mandela effects still. I'm hearing a lot of people put fear into certain situations. I'm still hearing people say the powers that were. We call them the powers that be because we are the powers that were now. We are the powers that be now, brother. They're the powers that were. Anyways. We gotta make sure that the spell is correct, my family. The spell that we're casting with our mouth. I know some people hear the word spell and they think it's witchcraft. No, it was spelling and then cursive and then all of this and the days of the week for a reason, my family, to have us fractalized, to have us separated. We will be separated no longer, my family. So that is what I wanted to tell you today is pay attention to your speech and pay attention definitely to your thoughts. And the most important thing here, as we see a lot of our galactic family and a lot of our galactic heritage seem to come apart and then come back together, and people are coming and going like this in these ebbs and flows, to just give an explanation of why that is happening is because people are on different belief structures of who thinks it's going to be money coming in, who thinks it's going to be money's gone in this Ubuntu movement, who thinks aliens are coming down to take us away, who thinks aliens are coming down and avoid the first wave, they're going to probe your bum. We're all on different pages. We're all there manifesting different things. But here is what I will tell you. To navigate this reality and to keep the most important people with you, my family, it's truth. Truth is the key and the doorway and the hallway and the sword. If we are in our truth, and part of our truth is being able to speak our boundaries into being, which I know like that has to do with then having feelings, and then I have the feelings, and then we turn the feelings into thoughts, then we turn those thoughts into words. It can be challenging, especially for some of the men out there with a dingle hopper. But moving on from there, as long as we keep our truth at the most important of what our truth is, you will navigate this reality, and you will take the people with you that know that truth is the key. And us being able to speak in our speech and our belief structures, our beliefs will become your life. So I just wanted to share all that with you guys today. And you all know that. He's been saying this for over a decade. But yeah, just wanted to share that with you. So we're going to get right on into the Aries reading. Can we split the camera? We'll split the camera. Split the camera. Oh, and linen. Oh my God. Guys, I don't know what you're doing out there, but if you're not decked out in linen yet, it is just the way. So high vibratory. Corey's here. Put me on the screen, bro. I'm doing the work. All right. What time? 6:40. 6:40. Let's get it done. He's got it. My board's in there. He's got his to-do list. What a nerd organization. Only nerds organize. Slap the book out of his hand. No, you can't say nerd or anything. You gotta be politically correct. Not here. Here at Galactic Tarot, we do what we want whenever we want. And we prove that cancel culture is no longer real. Are they even real? Are these real? I really think they're robots. I think robots are having conversations with other robots, and people are like, oh, I don't know what to do. Maybe I should follow a bunch of robots. Think about it. Think about it. Just saying. Just saying. They don't have to be robots. They just might be robots. Okay. All right. Okay. New video coming out very soon. The editing is it's almost done. New video very done. Oh my God. Look at this one. Look at this. Speaking of robots, look who got mad. And your banned. Bye-bye, Tarot Destroyer. Another robot. There's so many robots. You ever notice all these like Jesus trolls in the comments? Like none of them have their actual name up. Like if you're going to be a Jesus troll, at least be a proper Jesus troll. First of all, when it comes down to who's going to take a bullet for Jesus, that's this guy. Like Jesus, you like what you haven't even been watching. It's just what a guy said. They're robots having conversations with robots. Tarot Destroyer, you're gone. You're gone. You had a nice run, but now you're done. Let me promote my own channel where it's robot readings. All robots all the time. I would say I'm sorry, but I'm not. Okay, 8:55. Now I got to write down another time. Here's the good news. 8 + 5 + 5 adds up to 9. I know everybody out there is kind of like, oh, patrons. We're going to do Monday. Spirit wants a special full moon. How does this bag of wieners keep getting through to the comment feed? Maybe I'll put you in timeout. If you guys could report that Tarot Destroyer person, say they're sending out spam, say, robots are getting mad about other robots. So, oh yeah, I might have to write down another time. All right, so you get a text message. And they're like, is this still Clock's phone? It's a robot. So what you do, here's what you do, because whatever you reply, the algorithm is set up to go, oh, I'm sorry. It's like they're trying to get your information, my family. These There's robots set up to have a conversation with you. So when you get one of these random text messages and it's like, are we still meeting at this restaurant? Whatever it is, just reply, I am a robot. They never reply. It works every time. It works every time. And if it is a wrong text message, if it is like the wrong person, they're just not going to reply to I am a robot. So it's like, it works for all things. The robot is still getting through. The robot. Okay, that's happening. How do you know you're the real deal? You get those people. All right. You get those things. All right, we'll just put 11 minutes. We're going to put 11 minutes for Aries. Oh yeah, no, they're all into it. They're like, don't expose the robots. That's how we like try to make money and rob old people. Don't do it. You know, it's like, that's how you know you've aged. Like if you get robbed by one of these robots, get money, send it to another country, and like they're like, I'm gonna be rich. That was weak. All right, let's clear the deck. Oh, Nima. We're gonna talk about that. That's gonna be a whole video. A whole video thing soon, which it's probably just going to get me even more shadow banned. It doesn't matter. You guys are here and I freaking love you guys. But there's, as far as I'm concerned, all the top comments on these videos that are into these things and saying these things, it's robots having a conversation with robots. None of these people are real people. Like when you go and click on YouTube to see like what's going on, okay, I don't care about that either. You're trying to manifest things. You're out too. Bye. Bye. Oh God! Don't talk about the robots. So yeah, so all of the robots are having conversations with other robots on the top of the chat feeds to try to promote an agenda. And what the agenda is, it doesn't really matter. It's all distraction. Have I mentioned that I love you guys yet today? I don't think I have. I'll mention it later. Aries, July. Oh, wait a minute. Aries. Okay. Oh, okay. The drama's not working. Good. Right. All righty. An offering. So you're getting an offering from somebody with some strange energy. And the person with the strange energy, your magic, your other dimensional versions, Aries, I love this. Your other dimensional versions are not allowing this to take place, okay? So what we're seeing right here is sometime during the month of July. This is really nice. So you would have known this one way or another. Your connection with your other dimensional versions, some people are still using the terminology of higher self. We get the spiritual, we get the physical. They're actually coming through in the physical. Your other dimensional versions are coming through in the physical, and they're reminding you of what happened last time you worked with this person. They're reminding you of what happened last time this took place. And then we see the Hermit card, the victory, the money, everything, the spiritual abundance, everything here is taking place. I love this line of cards. This is so freaking good. This, when you're going to get that card, it's in the past. So you're proving something to yourself. You're definitely getting to some level of completion. There's the World card. There's what seems to be some sort of thoughts where like you're seeing that you're creating things into physical reality. I love this. Others are seeing how happy you are. Aries, it's almost like you like the summertime or something, or you're just like mind, body, spirit. You're ascending or something. I look here into the future and we see multidimensionality, the inner child, all of this working together. Something releasing, something manifesting. When I look at the card at the bottom of the deck, it's saying that the cloud cover is all of the elements are on the table. This has been the theme in the dailies. This has been the theme in so many people's personal readings. So Aries, this is very, very excellent. It looks like money's coming in. It looks like spiritual abundance is coming in. Spirit's telling me is this. You're proving something to yourself. You're proving that you're in a different reality. So now that you're proving that you're in a different reality, it looks more like spiritual energy. It looks like something is coming out. Something is healing, and it's healing by you showing and proving to yourself that you're a different person. And that is good. But as I'm seeing this, that I said but there is no but other than the fact that I'd like to just let people know the theme that's been coming up. This goes for all readings, all zodiac signs. But the theme that's been coming up in people's one-on-one readings is I keep seeing how they've brought an aspect of themselves, or they brought a belief structure from the old reality into this new reality. So as you see that you've brought a belief structure, you just got to ask yourself, is this necessary? And you just got to pay attention to the belief structure of why this is happening. Why take this any further? It's almost like people have like the latch on their foot, and they've got like a half of a broken surfboard that they're just dragging through the reality. And they're like, I used this to surf through the old reality. Whether it's worry about money, like there was a lot of things that they kept us alive. So at lack of better words, even though like we were saying like stubborn optimism, or do this, manifestation, belief structure, the law of attraction, be positive. Even though we were like working on stubborn optimism for like over a decade, some of you, some of those belief structures were there and put in place for a purpose. And now some people are bringing these with them when it's like just the littlest bit of thought and the littlest bit of research. And you'll see like, wait a minute, he's right. I absolutely don't need that thing anymore. This person's got me. That thing's there. I've got this in the bank. I've got that over there. A lot of these worries are completely outdated. And did they have a point of keeping you safe in the old reality? Yes. So they're also, the way that we navigate these feelings is not by destroying them or getting rid of them or leaving them into the ethers. The way that we navigate these for myself is by looking at them and saying like, you're here, like you can stay here, but at the same time, we don't even need to, like, they don't even need to be here, because when we, like, certain aspects of the ego can come out and get triggered later, and there can be this up and down, in and out. So it's like to just have these vibrations and to know they're there, and to just be like, you can, like, it's not, it doesn't even like it has to go, because when you notice it come in, it's going to be less and less and less and less. And this is the same thing with patience. This is the same thing with anger, with rage, with fury, with everything that's been going on, and everything that I know that Aries is such a passionate sign. Like, you'll look at like, yeah, maybe you were mad at somebody for 3 days. That's okay. Anger, sadness, like these are good. When somebody gets to a complacent place, that to me is death. That to me is scary. It's about feeling the feeling, navigating the feeling, and then speaking our boundaries into fruition. Fire today. Hey, 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 hey. Welcome, everybody. Please remember to gently caress the like button. There's pop-ups. Robots are mad. They're like, Terminator 5. I'm going to a different reality. Artificial intelligence. I'd see. They think you're artificial. I don't even think you're artificial. I think you're very real. I won't call you AI. I'll call you RI. Alrighty, Taurus, 2048. Ah! Alrighty. Johnny, come back. Johnny, why? Johnny, can you hear me? Tony, Jim, welcome. The boys showed up. Not complaining, boys, but a lot of women on this channel. You look on the algorithm. I think it's 87%. Can we get the boys in here? He's teaching some codes. Okay. We need a little turn up the dial on the masculinity and spirituality. Just throwing it out there. But they told me that I had to. Trust me, I've been there. It's like a circle. And I keep. Not today, Tom. Corey knows. Just ask Corey. Sounds like a thing in the newspaper. Ask Corey. This week on Ask Corey. No, it's not April, Sherry. It's July. I know she's talking to somebody named April. Get him. Oh my God, I got reading. I love it. Oh. We love her at the channel. Here at the channel, we love her. Okay. All right, celebration. Where is the celebration? Okay, taking back the high ground. This is the month, this is the time where you take back the high ground. How are we taking back the high ground? By blending together. You did this in the past. What was Alexander just talking about as he shuffled? How odd. Blending together the masculine and the masculine and the feminine working together. Now, let's keep in mind that there are actually 6. This is actually hexagonal. This is a hexagonal matrix, which once again was attempted to keep you away from it by having this word of a hex. Every time I hear hex, I think of evil. I think of witchcraft. All right, here's the deal. Nobody messes with abuelita, okay? I call my grandmother aspect abuelita, okay? So I've got grandma, I've got grandpa, I've got mom, I've got dad, I've got my little girl, and I've got my little boy. So we've actually got these 6 aspects. Ooh, look at that. So when we look at this aspect right here of one of the feminine or one of the distortions of the feminine is needing to be looked at with multidimensionality for the people born under the zodiac sign of Taurus. Paying attention to something that might be out of balance and might be affecting a certain way. But once again, you brought this with you for a purpose. There might have been a certain fear about getting on camera. There might have been a certain fear about doing a certain thing because there was a lifetime where you might have been exited out of the reality early because of speaking your mind, because of dancing, because of making tea and doing healing work. But that aspect can stay, but is no longer relevant where we are. These things cannot happen here. This would have happened very long time ago for many of us if it was possible to be destroyed for speaking your spiritual truth, for talking about magic. It's all over. Everybody's waking up. We got freaking actors and actresses doing master classes now and all this stuff. It's kind of funny, to be honest with you. So when I see this, I see divine feminine. I see the card that could be like this, like earth goddess, or like the witchier card. We see mama, multidimensional mama, and then people are seeing you as the Oracle of Delphi. And boys, this goes for you too. Pay attention to all the dudes, men, and boys. All right. These are feminine archetypes. Like I said, these are cut from the same cloth of this hexagonal matrix of the hive, of the queen, of the bee, of the tree. It's all connected to this Star of David, Melchizedek-ish, Abrahamic, geometric pattern. No one's really keeping track, but we're all keeping track. Anyways, so moving on, hopes and fears, hoping for what happened. No, we don't do this anymore. When we just leave things open to truth, you can easily and very quickly just all of a sudden see that the enemy of your past self has now just said, I messed up, I accept my karma. That's truth. That's all we're really waiting for. All we're really waiting for, at least myself. I can speak from my experience. I've had people like where if you said to me in 2001, write a list of 20 people that you just think are like absolutely the worst. And I see that very quickly. All it takes is these people to go, I'm sorry, I messed up. I accept whatever may happen. Could you pray for me? I was going through this. And the second they go and admit it, it's done. Because Taurus, there's a little bit of like who did this or what happened, and dad, this thing, grandpa, the person, the bad man. These are all aspects, like I said, that we have within us. And when I look at trauma as a whole, we got to really honestly ask ourselves, if it weren't for that trauma, would you be watching this type of content? If it weren't for that trauma, would you have ever woke up in the first place? So there is a way that we can definitely, at least I can, be grateful for my trauma. And I know to each their own. Some people's trauma is much worse than what I went through. Mine was definitely bad enough, and waking up and going through what I went through, where I did, being one of these, seemed like a first waiver back in 2009, it was pretty difficult. So I look at this and I see that some people are going through a wave of expansion. And this wave of expansion has very, very high highs and has very, very low lows. This is natural. This is how life works. It's when people don't talk about the fact that the balloon is breathing, when people are ending sessions with you and you're on this high and they're not bringing up that there's going to be lows, that's the stuff that's odd to me. That's the stuff that it's like, well, if this person's in my reality again and bumps into me is talking about the work, I'm going to have to, like, out of my boundaries, like, let them know, like, what are you doing? Like, you got to let people know how the work works. If you go up, you go down. This is how it works. If it's like, I like to look at it every day like it's a tree. That's why I'm wearing cedar wood. Joanne, where you at? That's why, think about it like this. First of all, the tree needs to become able to bear fruit, and the fruit is knowledge and wisdom. But if the branches keep going up and up and up, and we do not spread the roots out, you have no basement, no foundation, no basemental. You have no gravity. Will send this tower toppling over. This is the Tower of Babel 101. So when we see this, we need a firm foundation. We need 6 powerful cornerstones, and 2 of the cornerstones are letting you know to navigate them. Find it. Find your dark feminine and just be with her. That's the most powerful thing I can tell you is when somebody's bugging out, you just sit there, and when they're like, go away, you're like, I don't want him. You just tell them I don't want him. And when they go, get her, I'm angry. You just go, I don't want him. When they go, why? You just tell them, I don't want you to be alone right now. Oh my God. Oh God. The shadows. They're like, they don't know what to do. Because guess what? At the end of the day, I would say 95% of the time, what we are dealing with in that situation is abandonment issues. So when you meet that abandonment issue with, I'm not going anywhere. I will breathe for both of us. You're holding your breath right now. I will breathe for everybody holding their breath right now. I will, whatever that tightness is, breathing from up here, whatever the heart is racing, whatever it is. Don't give me some of the energy. Give me all of it. I will transmute All of it. It's possible, my family. Be the alchemist. All right, the mental alchemist. Crystal alchemist. That title's already been taken, my family. All right, anyways. Difficulty deciding whether to go left or go right. Keep in mind, this was the last card of the Aries reading. Sometimes we see a little bit of run over month to month from like 2 months being connected. So it's saying difficulty deciding whether to go left or go right. The tomb, we're seeing what could be or what will be coming out of this ultimatum, mind, body, spirit. There's some sort of choice that needs to be made. Like I said, when I look at this, I see the choice is the bad man, this dad, grandfather, society card. And then I also see the dark feminine coming up. And there's nothing evil or bad or wrong about any of these aspects. Just waiting and knowing that eventually these aspects will have to move into truth or they will be incinerated by life. This is what we're actually watching. We're watching people destroy themselves. We're watching people age themselves when they do not live in their truth. And then the people that are vibrant are living in their truth. So just make sure you're all living in your truth. And that's what's most necessary. Tauri. Tauri is plural for Tauruses. I think I made that up. Tauruses? Tauri? People from Phoenix are called Phoenicians. Oh, that dark East Coast humor. Isn't it the best? Yeah, if you're from the East Coast, Alexander. 3126, Gemini. The gems. The gems. I love Gemini. Oh, no, Alexander. Gemini is too much for me. I love the challenge. I'm sad today. I'll make you laugh. I'm angry today. I'll make you laugh. Come at me, dog. Come at me. Oh. Night, Joanne. Oh. How do I best say this? Sweetest dreams ever imaginable, Joanne. My Cece. Don't go. No, she has to sleep. Go to sleep. Oh, Billy. We're doing it. We're doing the reading. Happy belated birthday, Gemini. One more? No. These okay. Oh, they like it. Yes. No. There it is. That's the good stuff. I know some people just don't want to laugh. It's very interesting. So serious. July, Gemini, it's a party. Cardgasm. Oh. We like it. It's about dream time, right? Oh, yeah, spirit. Like, oh, my God, look at this. Oh, would you look at this? Gemini? Very, very good. What does this say? Oh, wow. Wow. I've never even seen this card combo before with this energy vibration. It says that you have work during this month. Something comes up that would have given you FOMO in the past, and you've navigated this. So there's something where you would have wasted money or you would have wasted energy. There's something you would have been upset about, and you're proving to yourself your growth. You're proving to spirit. Look at this line of cards. The Star, the Temperance, and the Offering of Love. Oh my God. So far winning. So far for the day, winning. So fear of missing out. I would definitely, if you know somebody you're watching that during the month of July, this is taking place with somebody with Gemini rising, you might want to check out the rising and the Mars as well because of the mind and the fact that it rises at that age of 27. We become that other sign. This is awesome. Mind, body, spirit. It's gonna be a quick one. Moving forward while looking backwards. Let's talk about this. Moving forward, looking backwards on what? The balance. You're moving. Oh my God, this is so good. So what does this lay in the future? What are we seeing in the future? So now that you've overcome whatever this hurdle is, which you're hearing about the hurdle before the hurdle has came. But now that we're seeing this, something's going on with the divine masculine because we're seeing the boy and then we're seeing the man here. So we're seeing something about building, something about what we want to create. It's coming through in dream time. And you already know this to be true. Because we see the Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck, Gemini. So this is so great. It's like you didn't get invited to something and you were like, maybe you cared. Maybe you noticed that like you had a thought, but it wasn't like it was before. So this is what I'd like you to pay attention to is this and how interesting because the Gemini represents that fractalization of this whole what I was talking about earlier in the last reading, this whole like dark feminine and then the nurturing feminine and then the masculine destroyer and the masculine builder. So this is so freaking interesting to me. I really love this. Geminis, yes. We're picking them up. But that was too quick. Say something else. Purple monkey dishwasher. There you go. Gemini, you're winning. This is winning, very winning right now. Look at the paladin. You're doing your work. You're doing the work. Carrie. Where'd she go? There she is, Carrie Lynn for the win. Carrie Lynn, you're the only person from the class that didn't go, what time is class today? I love you all so much. It's every other week we said this, man. We said it, though. All right, Cancer. Is Cancer still just booming? 37-17. Oh, that was a quick one. Better not be too quick, or Veronique might demand a drumming or something. You never really know with her. She'll say, stand on one foot, bark like a dog. No, a big dog. Cancer. Hop on one foot. What is your favorite food? Whatever food you like to eat, sire. I'm so sorry. Freaking love you, sister. I'm having a gas. All right. He's having too much fun today. Bring up the children. You still watching that guy, honey? Yeah, I think this is the day that he's losing his mind live on camera. And I want to be there when it happens. Cancer. Just go share the video out. Be like, this is the one. This is the one. It's the Neo of tarot cards. He's doing it. Cancer. Oh my God, you're gonna get a popper. They like it. They like it. If they like it, I like it. If I like it. It's spitting everywhere. It's quite brutish. Oh my God. Oh, well, there's that. But it's in the past. Oh my God, my family. What is even going on right here? Fighting, but you're happy. I like it. The masculine, the feminine. Oh my God, another good one. Great one. Oh my goodness. Okay, so Last month, you're going to see this month that you did choose the right reality. There was some questioning coming up during the month of June, maybe during the months of April and May, where there was like, you were sitting, Cancer was sitting, and they're saying, if I'm ascending, why am I seeing this? What is this, Alexander? And well, you weren't saying it to me, but you were saying it to yourself. Mind, body, spirit, something is taking place. You're going to see that those entrapments, those thought structures, those belief structures, first of all, those are in the past. And once again, this is what I was talking about earlier. There are certain belief structures that we're still kind of dragging around with us that we don't need to be dragging around with us. And as I was saying earlier, the appropriate way and the fastest way to get these energies to want to just leave on their own is by just allowing them to stay. Just being like, I notice you. Thank you. Now what do we do? Okay. Now it's like this awkward thing. We're just sitting here together and I love you. And like the energy's like, oh God. Especially if it's anything that used to be ego related, shadow related. It's just take ownership of it, my family. It's all us. Okay. So moving on from there, we see the celebration, the inner child. The inner child, and this is what you'll notice during the month of July. I love this. By the way, happy birthday, Cancers. Okay. This is what I'm noticing. Ooh. Somebody fights with you, and you notice that it does not take as long for you to reintegrate, re-embody, better word, your inner child. So the person used to be like the bad man would come in, and the bad man could be a woman, even mine. And the inner child would go under the bed, would go in the closet. There's a bed in the closet over here. I'm not just randomly pointing at things. Are you just pointing at things and saying you love them? I love lamp. Coffee. That's what he needs. Ooh. So anyways, we're back. Welcome to Galactic Family. That should be a commercial. We should just cut those 15 seconds and that should be a commercial for my channel, just so everyone knows when they get here. Anyways, what we got going on here is the bad man comes in, and this is an energetic archetypal bad man, and you notice during this month that it does not affect you like it used to. New beginning. People are seeing you go through new beginning of balance on the journey. The fighting, you're still happy afterwards. This is this ascension. We're seeing feminine fire. We're seeing masculine magic. I love this releasing. So this is a very celebratory is a bad word. It's party time. More than because it's your birthday, my family. We're seeing boom, 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 boom. And what's coming in? What are these things that are coming in? It's obviously texts and calls and birthday messages, but you're seeing what you've gone through. You're seeing that you've healed certain things. You're seeing that certain codependencies are gone. And it was the codependencies on why the inner child wouldn't leave, because it was like this whole, well, this is making them upset that I'm in my inner child, so we would actually choose to put the inner child in the closet or under the bed. This is so beautiful, my family. But now that you've gotten to a new place where there's actually less codependency here, and this is something that we're all navigating still to a certain degree, at least somewhere on this this spectrum of light. This was a way of us saying, like, I don't want them to leave. So we would actually tone down our light. We would, Cancer, no longer. Come out of that shell fully. Come out from under that rock. And if they can't handle that feminine magical fire, then so be it. So be it. Being in the vibration of love. And it's like, it's like this whole warrior in a garden. This whole, I'd rather be the warrior in the garden than the gardener in the warrior. We got a saying here in Texas. Fool me once, shame on you. Shame on you. I'd rather be a gardener in a war. And what is this? When we walk around and we have the sword in the sheath, we know that we don't even have to pull it out, but we just walk around with that essence of power, of fire. It's like we walk around all like monkly. No one's going to mess with that monk, my family. No one is going to mess with that monk. And then the sword of fire and epicness never even needs to leave the sheath. That's where the power is. That's where the power is, in us being in our vibration, in our divine energy. Is it Leo time? Leo time. 44:56. I like it. Okay, let's do it. Wait, Rebecca knows. Fool me twice. Ain't gonna fool me again. That is my jam. You know what? I think I'm gonna rip that. I'm gonna rip that off the internet, wherever it is. I gotta put that in a short now. I need that in a short. We got an expression. Fool me once. fool me twice. And he just like loses his train of thought. So good. Oh, Leo. Let's do this. Oh my God, we got the whole gang back together, Leo. Oh, wow. I don't normally end off a reading with the devil with a smile on my face, but here we go. Oh my God. My goodness. Okay. Wow, this loaded baked potato here at Galactic Tarot. So many things, so many archetypes, so many aspects of the self are coming back together. We literally just did the same thing with our hands. All right, so this is the masculine and the feminine of the same card. We've got X1, 11, 1 plus 1 is 2. We got 1, 1, that's the 2, that's the 11. We have the truth. We have the truth about what's beyond the veil with the masculinity and the femininity. Oh my God, my family, this right here. Oh, it's about to pop off. This is really good. I really like this. Something's getting exposed. Maybe Leo's going to see something soon or first, or this is the card of Leo. This is number 19 we got right here. The sun. Leo is ruled by the sun. Something's coming back together. The sun is going to illuminate something. And these solar flares, trust me, I've been right there with you, my family. There's the highest highs and the lowest lows with those as well. There's times where I'm getting woken up by the solar flares. I slept 5 hours and I'm wide awake. There's times where I'm sleeping 7 hours, and which is normal for a Leo, and I'm waking up and I'm like, what the F has just happened? It's literally like I close my eyes and reopen them and I'm like, wait, what? I would have been more awake if I never even slept. So you chose this world. Okay, we see the world that we chose in the past. Counseling of the self, counseling of the masculine, the dark feminine. This is what we've been working at. We paid off our karma. Now we're seeing that this, once again, so we have this trifecta of the destroyer masculine, the dark feminine, and then this Zeus force, I'll call it. That's what it is. All of this has been counseled. It's been counseled within the self. We know that this is all one, and we're seeing this. We have the house on the hill. We're manifesting just more. There's more work to do. As the field goes up, the field will go down, my family. This is what's going on. Until we envelop this entire planet in light, there is more work to do. When the balloon goes up and we're like, I feel so good, it's going to go down. It's going to rummage and it's going to awaken some zombies, some skeletons in the closet. These are good things. These are good changes that make us get more in our truth, that make us get more in our power. These are what we call shadow integrations. This is what I've been talking about for over a decade now. So the sun is going to make things pop off in the best way possible. Some things might actually be on the news. I actually am seeing there might be some exposure of the veil coming down. So we've got the veil and the truth in the middle. Does it get better than those three cards, right? Like they're that my family with these two. Look at these couple little brown rays on each side. Ooh, we ain't mad anymore. It's all good. Been there, done that. Okay. We know the challenges that these aspects went through, or at least I do. When we look at what somebody's been through, and even if you can't see what the person's been through, just sitting with the fact that you don't know what it was like for that person to go through that trauma. Maybe you went through that trauma too. It's different for everybody, my family. So when we look at the trauma of these archetypal forces that are of the self, because it's all been fractaled down to this tree of DNA and blood and the star lineages, it's all been fractaled down from the same essence of original creator, the original creator of your soul. We've got the sword of truth at the top. We've got the sword of truth at the bottom. When it comes to the reading of exposure, oh my God, Leo. Oh my God, I've never even seen a reading like this. I'm not going to gold star it, but who are these people? I'm sorry, I'm having trouble controlling the volume of my voice. It's very good stuff. I'm happy now. I was happy before. I'm happier. Happier. Johnny, can you feel that body, Johnny? Time to switch to water. Okay. The Virgs. Virgo. 5142. Ding dong. All righty. Let's go. It's just a lot of legs. I didn't even really try to aim the camera today. Look at that. That's terrible. I'm like just now looking at the second screen. It's not even family. What did he do? Steely Alexander. Steely Alexander. Bring them on. Bring on those solar flares. If they get a little woozy, I'll hold them up. I'll just hold them up. We're going to hold them up, my family. What else you got? Anything else for us? They like it. Ooh. Yeah, this is some intense readings this July. Oh my God, I like it. All right, so there's a balancing of the masculine and the feminine. Can you guys even make up these alignments? Look up the get out of the way. Look at this. Look at this. They're like, Alexander, we don't read the tarot. Who does read the tarot? Look at it, okay? Emperor, Empress. Oh, my God. Okay, with the happiness. Okay, so something will, what you were processing, and I said this something similar to this earlier. Was that Cancer? Yeah, what you've been processing, you're going to see that something is healed. There's a new level of strength here. There's a new level of balance. Whatever it was that was taking place with the feminine, there's a different way to navigate our emotions. There's a different way to navigate our feelings than with the way that you used to, Virgo. You brought something with you which worked from where you came from. It no longer works here. And it's almost just like you're going to notice that people are just kind of staying a little bit more quiet and just glancing when we go into these vibrations. So we're seeing the Ace of Wands, the offering, and the balance of masculine and feminine. So we see this marriage, the marriage of the bridegroom right here, and then we see this marriage right here, and then we see this card down here in the spiritual category, which represents soul retrieval. My teacher taught me when this card and this card are in the same reading, there's some sort of soul retrieval, because we see that the tomb is open, so it's almost like boom. And then this card represents worries, thought structures, things that, like I said, they served a purpose where we were. They do not serve a purpose where we are. Money, worries, things about cheating, darkness, what's going to happen to us, what happened to us last time, thinking there's a reoccurring, repeating structure. There's something to let go of, my family, and Spirit's on it. Spirit's on it one way or another. You're going to see that there's a conversation that you'd be better off having, but if you don't have the conversation, how do I best say this? Because they're stopping me. That's like too intense what he was about to say. Say it, we can handle it. Spirit's going to show you one way or another, okay? So so we get the dark feminine here in the cosmic spot, and it's just like, we welcome you to stay. It's not even like this has to go. We just have to be able to navigate and notice, men and women born into the sign of Virgo. This is evolution. Being able to tell who is in the body, knowing that it is possible for more than one you to be in the suit. And this goes for all zodiac signs. Why is it one day we're driving the car and we're just like behind that little old person looking out the window, and we're like, oh, look at how sweet they are. Look at them. Look at them. You just look at them. Look at them. Okay. And then one other day we're like a little bit closer to the bumper and we're like, get out of the way. Get out of the way. I got stuff to do. There's quite clearly for every zodiac sign, doesn't matter who you are, an embodiment of Zen, whatever you want to call it, type nature, where until that is fully embodied, we're seeing that there are two different versions of us. So that's great. This is an aspect that has a home. It has a point. But where we are now, it's most important, it's most healing that when the feminine comes out, it's nurturing feminine, because it's the nurturing feminine that's going to nurture the reality and nurture both of our inner children. And that is what I'd like for you to know. It might be something with, I saw that one of the signs navigates FOMO. What is this? Is this like passive aggression? What is this? It can be straight up aggression? No? They want you to see. They want you to see. I don't want to say, because if I bring it up, then you might be like, oh, this is what Alexander said. And then just the whole, like, you're not my dad. Trust me, I see sometimes after sessions, I see at certain points people's spirit essence with my third eye on, with my eyes open. I see people show up and they're like, why? And I'm just like, what you got? I'm just covered in crystals that transmute whatever you got to whatever I need. So bring it on. There's a learning process going on here, my family, my virgins. Ooh, naughty. Wait, why is that naughty? He's losing his mind. Zoe, you missed it. Gemini is so good. You're a Gemini, right? How do I remember that? Creepy. What a creeper Alexander is. Love you too, sister. Leaves. You are a Gemini, right? Am I right? What sign am I? What sign am I, Alexander? If you remember, you do love me. That would be the... No, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say what sign that is. They'll be so mad. Okay, Libra. Leaves. 5839. Subject changer. Had to be done. All right. No, Corey, don't do it. Is that Melanie? Welcome, sister. Where you been? All right, moving on. Oh, the scales. The scales are balanced, aren't they, Libra? Let's see. I don't know. They might be tipping. Let's see. Okay. Oh, what's popping? Ooh. 4 power? Bro, it's my sign? I can't. What's your real name? Can I get a real name? I might know. They have Google for that. Google will tell you what your sign is. Stacy. Libra girl, I use my intuition to tell you are a Libra and a girl. I don't think you're a girl. I think you're a woman. Well, you'll be a woman. I think I'm just here to make spirit laugh. And if you guys laugh in the process too, so be it. Because they're laughing at me right now. They think I'm nuts. Okay, Libra, here we go. Ooh, I was going to say the scales are feeling a little... Okay, bring in the light. Okay, all right, the awakening. I like this. Offering, inner child. Love, I like it. A lot of aces. Okay, so that was the popper, and it's the last card. So that's a card, 275,000. Might want to hang on to that one. All right, so we're seeing something going on with the masculine, because once again, look at this. We got a sandwich of, this time, the inner child and the divine masculine of love. So these are very, very coherent, awesome frequencies here. We're seeing that the tower is coming down. We're seeing that the tower is coming down, and it's like, where's the light? Where's the situation? So now I'm seeing this again. Interesting. So now here's another zodiac sign saying, this is not how I thought the awakening was going to be. All right. Your awakening looks exactly how your awakening was supposed to look at this present moment to get you into your power, Libra. And this goes for all zodiac signs. We need to trust in the power of our own magic. When we start to cast and blame the night side, or there was an archon in 6th dimension, Alexander. No. Guys, we've already ascended past all this stuff. By paying attention and empowering these things, we basically become them. And I know it's easier said than done when all of us have different traumas. But this is where the release can take place. Like I was saying earlier, and like it's been like the message and the motto for so many, as people are getting to these places where they're wanting to give up, plain and simple. How ridiculous would that be if you get to the other side, okay? And you find out that you were already across the finish line when you gave up, because that's literally what I'm seeing is people are dragging so many old aspects with them that are not necessary. Where I'm having this conversation with your spirit, they're not necessary here, but the way that, like I said, this doesn't mean we force them out. It doesn't mean I got the shadow and I put it in the light, Alexander. No, this is not like what are we even doing? Like that's crazy talk. The way that we have this navigate is by looking at the divine masculine, by making this offering. We've got offerings in all of the places. We've got the Knight of Cups at the bottom, water. We've got the Page of Cups, water. We've got the masculine king, water. Male, male, male. All male energies, all intuitive energies, all loving energies. So there's something in the water. I'm making a video as we kind of speak. I'm putting all the information together. Everything that there is about the underworld, about like what we were programmed to think was evil and hell and fire and brimstone, it's all water. Damnation is about water. I mean, I was even taught in CCD or whatever that the devil's legs are in a block of ice. And it was like, even as a child, I remember going to my dad, be like, Dad, there's fire down there. How the heck could he be in a block of ice? That doesn't make sense. And, you know, it's like everywhere we look, when we look, we find the river of Styx, the water, the water, the water, the water. It's all about the subconscious. It's all about the darkness that we can't see and the things that were hidden from us. And the underworld is all about water. Okay. So the reason why I'm saying this is the water is connected to the feminine and then the dark feminine and these like sea witches. It's a whole thing that I'm going to go over. But what I'm getting at is this. The masculine is the one who keeps the container safe for your feminine. Okay, so whether this is our man or our woman or mom or dad or our boss or whoever that isn't doing this container creation for us, that's when we go, ooh, I don't trust you. And that's when sometimes the aspect can come out and get very upset. I don't want to go into the whole animus thing right now. They're like, keep going. Okay. So when somebody makes us not feel safe, when somebody shows us that we're not safe, sometimes an old aspect can come out. So this old aspect can come out, and then like we're upset at this person because we felt safe and now we don't. Okay. And this is what is affecting the inner child in these ways. So there's an offering. There's definitely an offering here, Libra. There's an offering as a friend, whether this is a lover, a family member, or a boss. There's this offering of like all of these cups are massive. They are so big to your embodiment of this reality, in this reality. To become the most loving force, you need to be the boundaries in the container so you can then fill up this feminine love so the cup can overflow. All right. It's like you're needing to be your best lover this month. You're needing to be your best version you can be, because last month might have been a little bit challenging. Middle of the month, this crying over spilled milk thing, we can't allow this. This was going to heal one way or another. We were going to see this. We were going to see like, wait a minute, this is the thing I thought, this was my fear. Whatever it was that manifested, this is from throwing out a boomerang a long time ago. So just trusting in the process of you looking at the reality and saying, this is not how I pictured my ascension process to be. How can I consider this I've ascended when you could find these positives? Because you haven't been able to find these positives. There were certain things that were manifested. This ends now. This ends now with your boundaries. By having strong boundaries, we fill up the water, we fill up the love, and then the feminine, all the aspects and all the powers feel safe. I don't ruffle all the feathers. I only ruffle the tail feathers so the bird will land in a better spot than it's been landing in. Libra, freaking love you. Whatever it is, you created it. Take ownership. When we keep blaming, and this goes for all zodiac signs, I'll put down the cards so Libra doesn't think I'm just thrashing on them right now. When we take ownership over whatever's taking place in our reality, we then take the power. We take the power back from these other forces. We take the power back from these other people. We take the power back from the past, present, and future. And we now take full creative force as the masculine, feminine, grandma, grandpa, inner child, all working as one to create the reality. When we go, oh, it was this, oh, this is all happening because of what happened to me as a child, oh, this is because I've had this history in love and all these people did that. That's all that can continue, my family. That's all that can continue to happen. So when we look at it and we go, why did I create this? Even if you didn't create it, the second you tell yourself that you did create it, you've now taken power over your reality, because that belief structure then supersedes whatever your old belief structure was. And then you're like, well, now next time something creates, I know I created it. You've now just shifted realities to a better reality, even if it doesn't seem like a better reality. And you're questioning, why did I create this other thing? By giving yourself the ability to say, I'm creating the reality, to say it's all me. That's where all the power is. Don't forget to tip your waiter on the way out. You don't have to tip your waiter. I love doing it. This is what I do. 108.27. Ooh, what's going on with the moon? Full moon 2 days, July 3rd. We're going live on Patreon. Okay. Scorpio. Katie, are you still here? Katie. She's like, I'm here, dude. Calm down. Take it down a notch. Yeah. You're fogging up the glass, Alexander. You're fogging up the glass. I just made that up for Spirit, dude. I don't know. I like it. Write that down. Someone write that down. You're fogging up the glass. Does that only make sense to me? Anyone? No? Okay. Whew, she's still here. I knew it. Who would steal 30 bag lunches? Why not you two? Not you. Put that away. To Scorpio, I've had it up to here. No, I love my Scorps. Scorps. Scorpio, Gemini. Scorp rising, me too. High five, Zoe. 3. Boom. That was not 3. I just said 3 and high five the camera. Shouldn't tell them too many of my secrets. Scorp rising. Scorp, oh my God. Scorp rising with Gemini. Ooh. 27.5 must have been real fun, Zoe. That was a little ripe. Why would someone want to do that? Scorpio, what? Are we done here yet? Okay, all right. No. These are like... Okay, so we know who got the gold star for the day. Scorpio gets the brown star. Oh, God, what is he doing? Keep doing it. We like it. All right, no, let's figure this out. Okay, there's a little bit of... Is it money worry? Money worry. Okay, money worry, inner child, feeling betrayed. Something, waiting for a phone call, waiting for a message, an email, waiting for a job offer, something that's being waited for. You deserve so much better than this thing you're waiting for. Okay, so Scorpio, whatever this thing is that you're waiting for, oh, I can't wait to have that shiny. It's not shiny. It's covered in poo. All right, so whatever this thing is that you've been waiting for, or if you find yourself waiting for something during the month of July, this is a test. So Alexander's here to let you know there's some sort of test. There's something that could be released 2 days from now, July 3rd. There's the moon's coming up. Paying attention to this new moon and manifesting. So the thing that you're waiting for is Spirit's got your back. And if you do force this thing, if you force this thing to happen, that you're like, I want it, that's where the celebration is. But I love them, Alexander. You deserve so much better. This is a constant navigation. It's kind of like we're doing this. It's like a healthy stock market and this is for all zodiac signs, of our self-worth. Like our self-worth and our boundaries are going like this, and they're going like this, and they're going like this. But there are moments of a down where we are not realizing that we're worth better than this. And then there are moments where sometimes there's like a little plateau there from time to time where we're like, oh, this is already so good. Do I really deserve better than this? Yes. There isn't anybody in this reality right now that is as great as it is, as many miracles as we're seeing. There is more to come. Spirit keeps telling me there's more to come. So there's this choice of being the immovable object of love and then the new beginning, looking where we're going. So your brother is here to let you know that something like these people are the worst. Like whatever this thing is, whoever this lover is that you're waiting for them to call or email, this old business partner, these people haven't changed. These people haven't evolved. And there's nothing worse than somebody like you that's evolved wanting to be surrounded by somebody who hasn't evolved. Okay. So you deserve so much better than this. Skivotes. Okay. If Scorpio got their own reading, just saying caps. Skivotes. All right. We lost 10 people with that reading. Scorpio's like, I don't want to hear it. No, we should hear it because then we can navigate it and we can find the person. Now, they might show up in dream time too. This is your healing, okay? Now, keep in mind, there is no wrong decision. If you end up going and becoming one with this, you'll see this is not what I thought it was going to be. Spirit is attempting to keep you from something that you deserve better than because you've been manifesting better than. So please choose better than my Scorpio family. I love you all so much. Come in. Do it, Zoe. Do it. Do it. Sag, already? We're already almost done? Maybe we can just 115. That's not fine. Turned a 5 to a 0 for some reason. All right. 1 hour and 15 minutes. Sag, the final fire sign. Did you see our Leo? Oh my God, Sherry, are you talking about what I was predicting way before all the astrology stuff? Is that what you're talking about? Did you see our Leo? Yeah, Leo, this is actually fascinating. Let's put these cards down for a second. Leo, what would your brother spend the new year talking about from December 29th? If you look back at those old readings, I guess like Pallas Athena. Pallas Athena is traveling in Leo right now. Big shout out to my sister who actually put this on my radar. Pallas Athena and Lilith. So like basically one of the aspects of the divine feminine / dark feminine, they are traveling right now with the sun. So, ooh, God, so good. All right, Sag, let's get back into it. Did I clear the deck? Let's do it again. Lilith gets a bad rap. Yeah, they're like, she's not doing what we want, sir. Just make another one. Well, she's not doing what we want either. Make one of his ribs the person, and then just wipe the record. Wipe the record. She's returning the free will to the feminine, sir. Tell them she's a demon. Just write her in as a demon. Put her back in. But put her back in as a demon. He said it. I got you. Samael. Who do you think? How do you think I know all this? Samael, Samuel. Yeah, they only changed that name to Chamuel. Ooh. There's a reason all the archangels end with an L and all the seraphim end with an on. Sandalphon, Metatron. Interesting. Someone's paying attention in Sedona. Sedona on. Now that's it. Then I'm unsubscribing. He just said that Lilith isn't the worst. It's all you. I don't want to think it's all me. Then I gotta take responsibility. I just told people to make a choice the other day. That reading had 90%. It had so many people did a thumbs down on a reading I did, a short. Because I was like, make the decision, my family. You've got it. Make the decision. And people are like, I don't want to make the decision. Hit the thumbs down button. If you're going to hit the thumbs down button, always hit it twice. Because then it undoes. The first one's undone. One more. They said one more. Alyssa's out. No, she's not. She can handle it. She's doing double Dutch right now with Lilith. She's got like Lilith and she's got like Lilith and Magdalene. She's like, my mama told me never to. Okay. Wait 1 second. Are we ready? Yeah. Okay. Sagittarius. I don't even care anymore. I used to care. I don't care anymore. No. Something's going on with fighting, with arguments, with how hard you've been working with the magic. We're talking to Sagittarius right now, a new beginning in the past, a new beginning with our inner child on the journey. The worst of the journey is over. Okay. So when we look at this, others are seeing that we're still having some sort of split persona in a certain way. And some of us, what is this? Is this 50-50? Is this just the split persona? Or wait, 1 second. For very few, this is a love relationship. This is more an aspect which is being pushed out that, like I was saying earlier, the fastest and easiest way to heal these modalities and to heal this multidimensionality is not by telling something it's got to go. It's by sitting with this, by being patient with this, by breathing for the person, by sitting with the person. Instead of like abandonment issues saying like, get out of here, go, give me your key, do this and that. You just go, okay, I'll do that. I'll do that thing that you're asking, but then I'm just going to sit here. And they go, get out of here. And you go, I don't want it. Feel the power in that next time, my family. Feel the power in that. Okay, when somebody tells us to go and we know what it really is, okay, they really don't want you to go, all right? Now, is there obviously still some, there's still some shadows to integrate there, but the way that these get embodied, it's a better word, by making the right choices, by seeing that the worst is over. And we're seeing that, Sagittarius, we get to the good part here, we're seeing that middle of the month. It's coming in the form of abundance. It's coming in the form of spiritual downloads. It's kind of all of the above. It might be, it's both. They're telling me it's both. It's money and it's spiritual uploads, downloads that we're now like sitting with, like, what do I do with these? You move forward as the superhero that you are, as the light warrior, the paladin, to free from argument. Okay. So what we're noticing here by the end of the month here, Sagittarius, is how angry you used to be. You're not going to be that angry anymore. You might get really angry. It might seem like you're just as angry as you used to be, but what you're actually going to be able to navigate by looking into the future and looking into the past, by looking into the future, by looking into the past, is that the old you would have been mad for 10 years or like completely wrote this person off. And now it's like, you realize that you just need a few minutes. You know, it's so humbling and it's so empowering to like, things are going to come out of our mouths. We're going to say something. We're going to judge others from time to time. We're going to say the wrong thing. We're going to be mean. But like, it's like to do that thing and say something we know isn't true. And then like, we're storming off to our car and we go, oh, what did I do? To instantaneously go back in, I didn't really mean that, but still navigating and watching that the other person doesn't go, yeah, you know what else you did? Like, we gotta be able to navigate with the proper container and know what's going to be hitting our buttons. Because like I said earlier during one of the other readings, was like, why are there two different me? Like, why is there one me that's riding the person's butt and like saying, get out of the way? And why is there, while I'm driving, and why is there this other version that's just like, oh man, it's all good. It's raining. It doesn't even matter. I'm here. It's there. There's a beautiful view. There's that. Like, why are there two different? This is because of as above, so below functionality. This is because of what's going on within the self archetypally. What I'm seeing here for Sag is something with the inner child. The inner child is like, it seems like worthiness stuff. It's almost like, this is too good. This is too good. So we sometimes create blockages and we sometimes create fights because we're like, I don't want this great thing, you know, this person's going to leave eventually, or this is going to happen eventually. I might as well just expedite this process. Please make sure that you're not doing that, my family. Please. Because it's like, you can have all the excuses in the world how this other person started the fight. So it's almost just like, I think anybody that's a Sag or Sag Mars or Sag Rising, like if you're hearing this message, maybe like leave a little note for the end of the month and come back and listen to this again and just see, where did this happen? Where could you have navigated it differently? Where are you blaming this other person when you were part of the situation? You were part of the situation, and it's easy to blame, but how long are we going to blame for? Okay, because that's where the healing, that's where the inner child feels safe that we can be trusted with this container. Okay, and it's like the other person that we're dealing with might not be as intuitive and as in flow with the energies as you. So it's up to you to do the work. It's up to you to, even if they did get mad, even if they did start it, breathe for each other. I'm noticing this magic. I'm seeing somebody's holding their breath, their heart's racing, they're breathing from here. And I'm just like letting them know, like, where's your breath right now? What are you doing right now? Like, what is this? Like pay attention to this stuff. Because instead of blaming it's outside, that's what we're seeing this month is like, wait a minute, I did take part of that. And that's why this power and this abundance comes in, because the inner child feels more safe to come out and play. Ba-boom. Ba-boomskis. Okay. How funny. Okay. Gabagool. 125.58. I don't want to be Gabagool. That's ham. I don't eat ham, Alexander. Gabagool. Alrighty. Capricorn. Let's go. Capricorn July. Okay, that's done. Offering. Okay. There's Mama again. Oh my God, he's all over. He's all over. Okay. The Paladin, the offering of love, the completion. What is it that we're done with here? 1 second. This one's a little ripe. Give me a minute. It's not. Okay. We're actually seeing all the hard work paid off this month, Capricorn. I love this. Okay, so the work went in, something that we weren't getting paid for, or something that we were working towards some goal of working with this person. It's almost like an internship, but we end up getting a job at this place sort of thing. But this is in all sorts of different ways, because we're talking about a 12th of the population here. This is seen as a sign of love. Something has energetically blossomed that we've been doing for a while, and that's when the release. The phoenix rises from the ashes, and we're able to see that there's happiness, that there's power somewhere, that there's something that might have some paperwork, like a house or a car or a contract, a job, something that has to do with a pen. I'm seeing this. It might be like somebody else is helping us get this thing, do this thing. This is very, very excellent what I'm seeing. This is happening because of the masculine, the masculine, the feminine balance. And then we're seeing right here the hopes and or fears. Nothing to fear right there. That is the angel of temperance. This is happening because you're a paladin. It's like you're like this like six-winged paladin here. Cloud cover. We're seeing you're a high angelic. You're a high angelic driving forward. The shadow and the light blended together. You're in this vehicle, fire, water. It's like, I know people hear shadow and shadow integration. Let's just call it water integration. Let's just call it subconscious integration. Let's just call it turning the iceberg into fire. Okay. This is what is taking place, is driving forward with these old forces, being able to identify these old forces within our divine femininity. It's our intuition that is then able to see the miracles as the paladin, as this powerful magical healer that you are, knowing that the inner child is where the force is. The inner child is where the power is. So this thing that you were manifesting and you maybe weren't getting properly paid for, you were waiting for something to happen. This happens. This is looking like this is happening, or some of us will be released from something that we're like, okay, like knowing it's not going to happen is also a release and a healing, because now we can move on to the next thing. We don't have to think about what would happen if we asked out that person or if we moved to that place, if we've already gone to the place. This is about doing it and making the choice and doing the thing, my family. I love what I'm seeing here. This is very powerful. And this is better for the majority, mind you. I know I just like added in some people will be being released. This is like, give or take about 20%. That means a vast majority, 80% of the Capricorns are going to be seeing that something that they work towards, this comes to fruition. But either way, to be released. So for this other 20%, if you're thinking like, oh, I hope that's not me. No, either way, like to not be in this waiting for something to happen that's never going to happen. This is freedom, my family. So to not have this belief structure of, oh, I hope that's me, not me. No, either way, for whatever this is, you hope this is you. Because something's wasting your time and your energy, or something, the energy and the work has paid off. So I love this. And you get this because you've been following your truth. You're working on your boundaries. You're putting the inner child first. I love to see this, especially under the sign of Capricorn, because I know how hard you guys work. And I know that sometimes you stay a little focused, a little beyond focused on the three-dimensional life, and not in a bad way. It's something that somebody needs to be carrying this, making sure that the rest of us are working hard enough and are organized also. Love it. Aquarius. Alrighty. What time are we at? 1:32:35. He is flying today. Well, there were a lot of good ones. I always tell you guys that. When I do like a 12-minute reading, like if you look, you could just look on the thumbnails. If you look and your reading is like 13 minutes long, he was doing some extra help. When it's like you look and your reading is 6 minutes long, I'm usually like, oh my God, I don't even know what to do. I'm like trying to like fill in the blanks because it's just so much excellence. Oh, Capricorn. Love you. All right, Aquarius, here we go. 1. Look at that. There's that little dude again. So much Page of Cups energy today. Our intuitive inner child is what that represents. Love. Okay. Mm-hmm. That again, huh? Okay. We like it. Oh my God, so many people again. All right. Spirit guide, aspect, other dimensional version from the past, happiness, the vibration of love. Okay. A choice. All right. 1 second. Okay, so something that's a masculine distortion has it's being exposed by the sun. Okay, this is very positive. This is very good. This is what Spirit's been working at. So you're seeing that something that you've navigated and been navigating, you're seeing that through being in a more Zen meditative state, making the choice from the past to being like our higher selves, being like our other dimensional versions, has got us more in a state of love. The sun is popping off. Okay, so there's this reoccurring theme about the solar flares again this entire month, and I think this is the first time this has ever really happened on the channel, where I keep getting like the sun in a very influential spot, and it's about the solar flares, how they're shifting things. How interesting too, because this is the shadow element of Leo. The last time this came up today was Leo. 6 months from Leo is Aquarius, and that's the reading we're in. So this is very interesting. I was like, a lot of people again. Person. The more people they are, it's like as a tarot reader, and the more people that they are, there's no kind of glue to blend together the rest of the reading. So sometimes it can take more intuition and more interpretation. Like if I just put all the people down, it's just like a bunch of people. Like, whereas like this card is like, there's a choice. This card is like meditation. This card's happiness, the sun, there's soul retrieval. Here's another choice. Here's a choice that isn't being made. We need these other glues and these other bridges and addresses to connect all the cards. So what I'm getting at is this: Leo and Aquarius, we're clearly doing something together here with the sun, with the solar flare. Something's being exposed. Something that was in the shadow is coming to the light from the manifestations, from this. Something's happening with the solar flares, because there's a lot of people in these two readings. Has to do with the moon, has to do with manifestations, has to do with this new moon, full moon, what's manifesting, because there he is again. There's this Zeus force again at the end. Now, keep in mind, there was a manifestation, what was it, October 28th, that we all like reoccurring, like Spirit wanted to remind us of a meditation and a manifestation of something that was very important, of leaving something very important to us in the future. So if you did not see that reading, if you did not hear that message, it was from a prior video. So a reminder, when we leave a manifestation in the future to where we know the earth is heading, it's like we have the ability to leave this cloud and make the cloud stronger and stronger and stronger to where we know we're going to be. It's like the equivalent of one of our loved ones is getting on a plane, and we know we're flying to this we know that they're flying to this other country. It's like leaving a cloud of the most epic love glitter there where they're going to land, at that airport where they're going to be landing. This is what we are doing as magicians. This is what we are doing as master manifestors and time lords, is leaving something in the future. Okay, so something we've left in the future, in the past, is now going to be being exposed right now. So when we see this, okay, Aquarius, there's an extra message of the magic, having the magic here. And then she keeps coming up today as well. This card that's represented as the dark feminine, this card that's represented as this witch or whatever it is. Something is healing here, my family. So what you might be noticing here, Aquarius, is this aspect that was mad about what happened in a past lifetime. There's an opportunity to heal this. This aspect that right now, in these most recent realities, you've brought a version of yourself here where we're having this conversation, that there was a reason you were scared to get on camera or sing or do whatever it is that you came here to do. But basically what you need to do is nothing whatsoever, is to just know that this decision, this indecision, is having the ability to see this aspect is welcome. This aspect was keeping you safe in this old reality. It was in this old reality that you needed to be maybe not on camera. You needed to be, because this was going to expose. It's almost like there was this piece of coal that we've now turned into a diamond. And the diamond is your truth and your exposure, and you're finally being able to sing. You're finally being able to dance, or whatever the thing is that it wasn't supposed to happen before. Because if it happened before, you would have been like, my family, I'm doing this. And you would have told them, I'm moving here and I'm doing this. And the cords and the tendrils and the slavery matrix was more powerful from that point, and it might have failed. So this thing kept you safe. This thing kept you more abundant. This thing made it so this time it's going to be a success, Aquarius. I love it. Love it. Love it. Dang, dang. All right. Pisces. 140.46. 140.46. 144,000. I like it. More like 144 trillion. Oh, there it is. That was the good one. All right, Pisces, let's do this. Hey, Pisces, what are you doing after this? See what I did there? That was a dad joke. That was terrible. 2. I need to make a short on the name Karen. Karen gets a lot of crap, and it's actually a really lit name when you break down the spell. The name actually says caring. So whoever started that, it's okay. Your brother's here to expose all the truths he finds and show you how it's safe to be able to talk about them. Even if when you bring them up, 20 people leave the live reading. They'll be back. They always come back, don't they? Don't they? How many of you? How many of you were gone but you're back?
I was lost, but now I'm found. Alexander, I guess that when you were right about what happened during the sea thing, the thing with the sea. Crown of Thorns.
There we go, Pisces. What do we got? And this is Pisces. Are we joking with this? Anybody want to do a card count? How many times that came up or popped? Ooh. Oh. Oh. Offering. Okay. Pisces. Why? It's very good. Very positive. We're seeing that an other dimensional version, a higher self, a spirit guide, is showing us something that we manifested. We manifested something that didn't feel right to our intuition, but we kept going forward with it anyways. We kept going forward with this job. We kept going forward with this relationship, whatever it is. We kept being like, no, I don't want this change to happen. The change is inevitable. This has already happened. This cannot be undone, my family. Whatever it is that already took place, this is part of the awakening process. This awakening process, if there's something that seems traumatic, that you don't want to happen, that it's been going on, you're watching this thing. It's like this constantly this slippery thing that we just can't get our hands on, and we think we're supposed to have our hands on. And this was something that we were supposed to have for a while. Okay, but attempting to manifest going forward this, when our divine priestess, when our oracle knows exactly what Alexander is talking about right now, and that this thing is it's borderline, just like I like to say, like dragging the half of a surfboard, like I did earlier, because that's better than this other analogy that I keep picturing, where like the dog leash is attached to the bumper of the car, this like National Lampoon's Vacation thing, and then just pretending that this thing is still alive, when we've gotten to this place of the ascension process where this got us in touch with our magic, and this is the thing to get us in touch with our spiritual power. It is the traumatic situations that are what is the Saturn returns, that are these awakenings, whether they're dark night of the soul, Saturn returns. These are the things that allow us to see our shadows, that allow us to become a better person, that allow us to expose, to be the best lover, to be our highest self in the physical, to be our highest self instead of looking outwards like we're looking to a higher self. That's why I don't use that terminology here on the channel, and I'm doing everything I can to share this vibration with you, my family. It's not about not having higher selves. I still speak with these versions of myself. I call them other dimensional versions. If I keep calling them higher, then I might be manifesting that, because I see how now sometimes I'm saying what's going on in the reality, and that thing happens. I wasn't even planning on talking about this today, but I kept saying in the feeds, I kept saying there's one spot left for the shaman class. There's still one spot left. Like somebody was like, this person kept coming and going, and like these things were moving around. There was Spirit told me there were 12 people that were going to do the shaman course, and there's 11 in it. So I'm like, well, am I the 12th person? Or like, what's going on? And they're like, just trust. It doesn't matter. What I'm saying is this: sometimes we're just saying what's going on in the reality. We're saying the sky is blue. We're saying that this thing is broken. We're saying this, and people are saying, don't manifest. Oh, you're manifesting it. It's like, yes. Make the speech firmer. But with what's going on here with Pisces, this offering of love, trying to control something, and pretending when our intuition knows that this is an inevitable thing, that is, it's already ended. And we're pretending it hasn't ended. And we're saying, oh, it's fine. We're saying everybody's fine. But everybody can see the inner child will triumph. And if we're not able to be ourselves around a person, if we're not able to be ourselves at a job, if we're not able to speak our truth and be the real version of us, that is something that will, and it has to be exposed. This volcano needs to erupt. This thing needs to happen, my family. It needs to happen. And you want it to happen. Do you want this person that you love, or this place, or this thing, whatever it is? Do you want, like, to me, if there's somebody in my reality that I can't be myself around, that means I'm lying. And I don't want to lie. I can't lie. Like, I feel like it's literally like that Liar Liar movie, except this has happened with all of spiritual humanity, and some people that don't even realize they're spiritual. They think they're in this church or this thing or that thing. This is what's going on with humanity, my family. And when I see me not being me, I don't blame the other person. I just say, I got to remove myself from this reality. I got to remove myself from this person's house or car, or stop hanging out with this person for now, because their energy is very dominating, and it's very, very powerful. And that's fine. That's their energy. Let that work in their reality. But if I'm not being me, I'm essentially lying to others by omission. I'm lying to others by acting a certain way, by being a different version of me that I think will be more suitable to not make this person uncomfortable. No, I will be in my truth. And the more that I step into my truth, and the more that I step into my new boundaries and find more boundaries and find that old truths are no longer the truth here, this is what gets me more in my power. And this is what gets other people, without even knowing that I've done this, to just go, oh, I got to like stay away from him. He's going to talk about the thing. He's going to tell me that I'm dragging the leash. He's going to point out the fact that there's a half a surfboard and be like, hey, that surfboard got you to ride those waves. That surfboard broke, and it's time for a new surfboard. You're dragging this leash on your foot, and it is not going to navigate these waters that you're in, Pisces. So whatever this is, it seems like it's a relationship for some of you. It's definitely soul family related. I know how intuitive your zodiac sign is. And I know that you thought of it right away. You felt it. You didn't even think. That's another thing I keep seeing in spirituality. People they go, oh, I just think this. Oh, your sister thinks this. Oh, so-and-so thinks this. No, they don't think it. They felt it. And when you feel something, it's universal knowingness. It is not a thought. They don't think this. They feel it. And when you feel something in every cell of your body, it's truth. And it's truth that can't be wrong. It's when we feel the truth is universal truth. And it's like, regardless of what truth somebody else is in, it's their truth. They can't be wrong. It's the fact that somebody is willing to speak their truth, even if it gets them canceled or in trouble or whatever it is. That's them being their real essence is what I'm getting at. That's them being in their truth and showing up as anything less than you for anybody by pretending to be somebody else and to say, oh, well, whenever I do that, they get mad and this and that. All of those things are going to dissolve my family, and you want them to dissolve. And I know, like, there's this one, like, no, I don't like the change. I don't want this or that. This is inevitable, my family. It's already happened. It's already happened. Dragging on these things, dragging anything along with us when our inner child is not in the boat. If the inner child's not in the boat, it's not going to last. It's not going to last because that's where the power is. It's the inner child that locates the excitement, and it's located the excitement, and then the divine feminine is the one that's intuitive to find that excitement and say, how do I navigate this, and to then put the planning into the masculine, and then it just goes in a circle. This goes in a circle. My inner child wants this, my divine feminine is the intuition, the masculine is the builder. And this whole, like, everything that's going on society-wise and planetary-wise of people saying, I'm just this. No, you can't be just one thing. This is a multidimensional reality. We got to be, like, I found my abuelita. It's my abuelita that has the fury. A lot of things are going on with, like, oh, that person's angry. This is angry. Or this, it's just intense, and you can't handle intensity. It's that grandmother. And I call her my abuelita. That is just like, there's something that transcends space and time. Well, when she shows up on the scene, people F off. They do. But it's just like, it's like this. It's like kind of like the security guard or the bouncer or this person or a cop or whatever is busting buns. And grandma shows up. The grandma's like, what the heck is going on here? That's fury. That's the difference. That's the difference between fury and rage. Rage is anger, which I still think has a home, mind you. What's coming from the dark masculine or whatever that is, either way, it's better than complacency. Complacency is death. Complacency is you've given up. So being sad, awesome, excellent. At least there's something to transmute. There's an unworthiness to locate other addresses. But what I'm getting at is this. When there are these multidimensional aspects of the self, and quite clearly the inner child, the masculine inner child of what we want to create keeps coming up today. And it's these aspects that we need to know, we need to feel. When we feel something, we have to navigate this thing coherently, to step up and be the grandfather frequency where we need to, whether we're in the body of a feminine, and to be the grandmother, whether we're in the body of a masculine, and to be the inner childs of both of these, and to feel safe to be in those frequencies wherever we are. So that's why I'm like kind of got a little passionate here at the end, because what I saw for Pisces was being somebody else that you're not, to try and please this other person, to try to keep this other person, place, or thing that it's already done and you know it's done. Your divine priestess, your oracle's never been wrong. Why would your oracle be wrong today? So listen to her. Okay? Please listen to her. And I'm just here to, I'm just reminding you what you already know. That's the best part. I'm not even telling you anything. I'm telling you what you already felt. And every time your feelings said, don't go, something bad happened. I'm just reminding you of all the times that happened and what your feelings have been telling you about this job, about this thing, about this car, this love life. It seems like it's very, very soul family related. So it's something about your direct family. It's something about somebody that's like a boss figure, or it's, I would say for at least upwards of 60%, this is something that's going on in our love life. Now, just because something's going on in the love life, Alexander did not say, Oh, Alexander, you told me during the July reading to leave this person. No. I told you to be in your truth with this person. And if this person doesn't like you in your truth, or you're not able to be in your truth with this person, that is a problem which will not last long term. It's not going to not last long term because Alexander's manifesting it. It's not going to last long term because your inner child is not involved in the situation. Your inner child needs to be in the suit, or the self will dissolve from this reality. Flap the wings easily. You got this, Pisces. Pisces, come on. Come on. Ah. Yummy. Me. Oh, wait, wrong one. That's Melanie. Hi, Melanie. Yummy. The yummy mummy. That's just... Does anybody call you the Miami Mommy? That just happened. All right. We do. Melanie does? All right, nice. Good intuition, Alexander. All right, what do we do now? Here comes the suggestion. Play the drum, sing, hop on one foot. Cindy, I was really good today. There was a little bit too much truth in the middle. That sent some people away, but that's okay. That's how we wean them out here at Galactic Tarot. It's like I used to be like, where are all the subscribers? And then like I just been sitting with it. Alexander's kind of intense, and then a lot of what he says is ruffling the energy of certain multidimensional aspects of the self. So they'll eventually be here. They'll eventually be like, wow, this guy's been saying it for how long? Pretty epic. Wow. I know it's not a skull day, but just wanted to be here. When do I go up on the website, Alexander? I don't even have the drum. I was like, you know what? I will play the drum. There's no drum here. All right. Well, that's that. I guess we'll just, what do we do? Nobody's leaving. Is there anything? What is it? I don't know. I don't feel complete. Oh, I don't feel complete yet. What is it? They want me to talk about the moon. Okay, July 3rd. Yes. Oh, a little extra galactic update at the end. Okay, we likey. Whatever zodiac sign that moon is in, whether you were conscious of it or not, last time the new moon was in that same zodiac sign, you manifested things that are coming to fruition, regardless of what zodiac sign you are involved with right now. You are the entire wheel. We all are the entire wheel. The one is in the all. Something that you manifested sometime around 6 months ago or so, could be longer. Now, one of these cycles of that same zodiac sign, does anybody know what zodiac sign the full moon is going to be in 2 days from now? July 3rd, there's a very, very powerful release that is taking place. And part of that release is something coming to fruition. So if we are seeing something that takes place that day that we're like, well, I didn't want this. Why is it raining? Why is this happening? Why would I have manifested this? Keep in mind that this is an old version of you that had old boundaries and old belief structures, that is why you manifested this thing. To please, my divine galactic family, take power over your reality by realizing that whatever you're seeing out the window, whatever you're seeing internally, you created for some reason. Maybe it had to be a really stubborn message because you're a really stubborn person, because you come from a stubborn constellation. You come from a stubborn planet of stubborn galactic heritage, okay? So you needed to have the sign come in over and over and over again. Whatever the sign that's coming in, whatever manifests or seems to be manifesting on July 3rd, know that this is something that's showing you how much you've grown or how much that you need to still grow. And knowing that in this present moment, you are creating the next present moment. Take your power back, my family. See what manifests. See what takes place. I'm very excited. I hope you're excited, and I love you so freaking much. Now I feel good. All right. I already felt great. Thank you. She is my family. Does anybody know what zodiac sign it is? I see Capricorn. I see Sagittarius. Sagittarius. Is it Cap? Anyone? Confirmation. Viva la confirmation. I'll just Google it. Alexa, what sign is the next full moon in? She just told me what time it's going to be. I think it's Cap. We're going to go ahead with Cap. The sea goat. Good stuff. I love Capricorn. Capricorn and Leo. Capricorn's always there to be like, what are you doing? What is that? You're being a hypocrite, Alexander. I don't know why. Why do they sound like a Jewish person from New York? I don't even know what that is. Alexander, like that is not what the Capricorns sound like. How could they all? They couldn't all be from Long Island. What a ridiculous ending to this ridiculously epic video. We'll cut this later. We can't cut it. This is live. I'm done. I don't even know what we're doing. I think it's amazing that there was 28 people here, and now that I'm just sitting here and I'm like, we're just sitting here. We're just hanging out, family. We're just celebrating the 4th of July. Like people just stay. I don't even know. Cotton Tooney. All right. I don't. That's it. You're still here. God, I freaking love you guys. You stay. Give me a hug. Coming in hot. My family. Melanie says, tell us a story. I got a story. Because this was actually really cool. First of all, my guy that works on the yard, he sent me up to Flagstaff. So I mean, back before, Spirit was showing me that 9D was in Flagstaff, and I went through this whole elevation thing, and 9D wasn't how I thought it was going to look. And this was all part of the ascension process. But I went to Flagstaff. We've recently shifted realities again because our fields got bigger. And that's why a lot of what you're feeling isn't real. A lot of you might have pains in the body that you're feeling pains in the body that are not even your pains. You're now having somebody else's fields as Vesica Pisces over yours. And it's just part of the ascension process. Moving on. I went to Flagstaff, and there were like so many miracles in one day. It was epic. But for this quick story that was requested by Melanie, I was looking for this device to have the water turn on so I don't forget about watering the plants, because we got to nurture nature. So nature was like, it's really hot, it's not raining, make sure you water the trees every morning so the trees don't die. See what I did there? So the trees don't die. What the heck? So the trees stay alive. I've been like catching myself like once a day saying, I better do this now before I forget. Before I forget? No, while I'm remembering. What a crap language they taught us. Anyways, keeping the trees alive. So I got the device I went to the Home Depot to get the device that turns the hose on. And I like see just like a worker walking around, like not even in that section. I go, where are the things to turn the hose on in the morning? And he's like, I was just going to put this back on the shelf. And I was like, well, that's kind of strange. And then like I go down the street and there's another one. And then I go down the street and there's another one. Oh, the robot's back. The robot's back. Destroyer. Kisses. Anyways. Oh man, what's that like?
I am the brown light. I will cast my brown light everywhere with my brown light robot family.
Good luck with that. We've already won. Okay. Anyways, so where was I? Oh, so I pull up at the restaurant. This was like the funniest part. I pull up at the restaurant, and there was a person in the parking there was a person in the parking spot going to run into the restaurant, so I couldn't see. And I try and come around the corner. I come around the corner, and she's there, and she like ran out of the way. And I was like, I looked at Melissa, and I go, oh, I was just joking, obviously. I was like, I kind of just wanted to bump her. I was like, because of the way she like ran out of the way, it was so cute. Like, you know, like I said, that like when something's so cute, the cute aggression. I don't even know what that is in spirituality. We have to locate that and take it apart and put it back together. So at least we understand what is that. So like the way she ran was like, oh, they run me over. And I was like, I'm just gonna run a person over, you know? So I go and I pull into the parking lot, and she's coming out. She was picking up to-go food, and she comes out with her food, and she's like, thank you for not running me over. Like she knew, she felt what I said. Like I said, the fields have gotten so powerful. She says to me, thanks for not killing me with the car. And I was like, yeah, because we were both talking about it. I said to her as a joke, and she's like, you did? And I was like, well, we did, but we weren't really going to do it. But it was like just so funny to have this conversation with a complete stranger, and to see her intuition manifest, and to like, even though like we're joking around, sometimes there's energy in our joking is what I'm getting at. So we have to really navigate. This is what this story was all leading to. That Melanie requested, if you did not like this story, blame Melanie, and you can contact me and I will give you her email address. No, I won't. Melanie has many email addresses. She might not see the email. Moving on. She's like, how does he know about all my other email addresses? Melanie. Anyways, what I'm seeing is like what I was saying earlier. If we keep saying there is one spot left for this class, there is this. Some of the things that we used to say this to let the person know that would then spark some sort of thing or would get something going. We're anchoring these things into the reality. When we speak about an address that we're already at, if we're saying the sky is blue, the sky is blue, the sky is going to be blue. So that's what I was getting at. It's the most pretty random story. But what I was seeing, and like just to finish that thought, to finish that thought, pay attention to the moments when you're having a lot of miracles all at once. You're having a lot of miracles all at once, because this is letting me identify, all right, I'm at a high. I'm at a really, really high, and spirit and universe is showing me how high the high is. And when the balloon expands, there's going to be some navigation, my family. We want the navigation. It's the roots of the tree that give the tree water and nutrients. And it's the water and nutrients that we then turn into fruit and turn into knowledge. And to not force feed people the fruit and just have them know, you can shake my tree. You can shake my tree. This is how we build the orchard of our spiritual lives of wisdom and knowledge. Or at least that's what I feel. Cheers. I love you all so much. I love you guys.
Melanie's like, why did you air out my extra email addresses?
I love you guys. There's things. The Crystal Current website's being rebuilt. If you want your own one-on-one session, Galactic Tarot, patron, joining the patron, supporting the channel, Galactic Tarot. Galactic Tarot's most of the things, the Instagram, all the things. I love you guys. See you soon. New video going up Monday. It's ready. I'm just editing it. It's so good. Tooting his horn, and he's out. I love you. Happy 4th and happy freedom to everybody, even if you don't celebrate the 4th. I love you. Manifesting a sunny day for you to have your fireworks. Cheers, my family.